Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Harvest Moon, Friends of Mineral Town. So, yeah, we got Anne's heart up to blue, which is good news for us, which means she's just about ready to get married to. Almost. I just wanted to check down here just to make sure I didn't miss anything, but yeah. We can marry her soon, because we also got her keepsake. Oh, would you call it a keepsake? I don't know if you would, but yeah, you can see right here, it's the music box. So that's actually pretty good for us. And it's almost Saturday. Well, actually, Saturday is going to be just in a few seconds. So we'll also be able to see what kind of item is going to be on sale. Let's see, shelves. Alright. It's going to be 2,500 gold again. Okay. I mean, it's not too bad, but at the same time, I don't know. I mean, we already have the refrigerator, so again, it's not the worst thing in the world to get the shells, because you're still gonna need them regardless. You can't get married unless you get like almost all the items that you need. I don't know. Let me see. Hello, Moo Moo. How are you? Come here. I wonder if I should go ahead and get another cow. That's the thing I was kind of contemplating while I was trying to figure out what would be the next best move to do. How much of this we got? We got 418, which is also not bad. Because with that, I'm pretty sure we're close to getting that chicken coop as well. That's another thing that we have to consider. Like, do we get our third house right now, or do we get some of the other things like the chicken coop or the barn upgraded? Either one of those could be like a power move for us. But like I said, we kind of have to slowly figure out like what things do we need and what things that we don't need. Let's put that in here, and we'll save this, and we'll take this over there, I suppose. And keep forgetting that we have to still ship a spa boil. Well, actually, we don't need to. We don't actually need to ship every single thing like I was saying that we need to. Because at most, the only thing that we need right now is, well, I don't know, just to, the only thing we actually need to do is just ship things like normal. Okay. Because the only reason why we need to ship every single thing would just be to get what Harvest Guide is, and we've already established that that's not going to happen. Like, Harvest Guide is asked for far too much stuff, and for a player like me, no, that's something I'm not going to actually take part of. That's too much things to consider. One thing I will say, though, as far as everything else goes, we're doing alright. So you don't have to actually worry about... Chef, please, don't move from that spot. Okay, let me go ahead and put this in. Sorry if my voice sounds like it's a little... how would you call it? Scraggly, I guess? I already knew I was supposed to come out here and do this today, like actually just come out here and record, but I have some other stuff I need to take care of. I'm still on the verge of making my comic right now. Some people are asking questions about it, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll be happy to do it. But then, at the same time, it's like, you still have to draw like, well, for a page that I usually do, I kind of do it like this. You kind of just do a square, like the outer frame, and then you just kind of do like the whole, I guess the 4 squares inside of that frame. So it has like each little picture in there, and then you're kind of just going back and forth. Occasionally, you kind of have like this, picture that takes up the whole comic panel. And I kind of just do my comics like that. But at the same time, it's like, well, especially if it's a comic that you've never actually done before. Then you kind of have to like figure out like how in the world you're going to proceed forward with it, because you can't just like, okay, do this and this and this and then skip that, and then do this and this and this and then skip that right there. Like, that's not the way it does it. It confuses people, and it also confuses you too, because you don't actually know where to go from that. And I don't know if it's a good habit to have or a bad habit, but I usually stretch out my comics as long as possible until I get to the inevitable conclusion of what I wanted to see from there. Like, does anybody else do that? If you're a comic artist out there, do you usually do that, or do you just, I'll just do whatever. It's my comic, I'll do what I want. Because I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because that's what I usually would do. But now that I'm actually trying to like make it so like it's an actual comic, it's like, well, now I have to actually take my time with it. And that's usually kind of boring for me, because I don't actually like taking time with my comics. I kind of just want to get to the point. But there's also a lot of things that I want to answer about it too, so it's like, alright, fine. I'll do it like this then. Alright, let me go ahead and put that red grass. Now, you guys don't know this, but we're actually going to need this grass for the tea leaves later on, so it's probably good to go ahead and stock up on that right now. There we go. Put those flowers in too. Because like I said in the last episode, like, that vase isn't just for show. If you put flowers in there, and they're in season, you can pretty much just recover stamina every time you walk inside your house, because you have flowers in there. Not a bad thing. I kind of wonder how that all works out, but, you know. Also, we should that's gonna take an chomp out of our money, but gotta do it, so there you go. Take that in. Also, I've kind of been thinking about, I want to play actually some Nintendo 64 games on the channel. Still haven't found a laptop yet, still looking. But when I do, I'm pretty sure it'll be okay. Although, now that I think about it, maybe I want a desktop instead. Maybe I can try to build one of those. By the way, you see me just talking about that, like, just nonchalantly. I'm not a tech person at all. Like, everybody should know this about me. I'm not a tech person. I wish I was, because tech seems really cool. But all the intricacies and stuff that you have to build up towards doing that, my brain does not retain it. Because it's like, oh my god, let's just get to the point already. I don't want to have to deal with all these steps. And so, usually my brain doesn't like keep that stuff in there. If it's too boring, then no. But I usually like keep the stuff that's kind of more exciting and in my face more so. That's probably not a good brain to have, but that's the brain that I have, so fortunately I have to deal with it. Let's see. Well, the hammer could go ahead and get upgraded to its fullest, which isn't too bad. I know I'm gonna regret it, but how about we do this? Let's go put this up right now. We'll try to do some fishing, because I know there's probably like a few fishing fans out there. So we're not gonna actually care about what happens right now. We're just gonna go ahead and fish. Hold on, let me get this out of the way. Like I said before, you can't have weeds like right up against your crops, because you can't actually get the well, I don't know, it kind of stunts their growth, so you probably don't want to do that. Another reason why I don't like fishing, like how I used to do, is because, I don't know, I guess my luck changed with it. Throw that in there. We'll just go ahead and catch some of these fish. One thing I kind of don't want to do is just... Okay, throw that in there. One thing I kind of don't want to do with this is because... you don't have a trash can. I think you had a trash can in some of the other games. I can't remember. But I remember you had a trash can. And if you had some garbage by mistake... Let's keep that one. But yeah, if you got garbage by mistake, you can just throw it in your trash can. You don't have to worry about, like, you don't have to worry about running off into the city square like, oh, fish to branches. That grammar, so I'll just put you right there. Also, be careful that you don't throw any trash inside the streets. Okay. I probably should have kept most of that fish, but I didn't. Alright, now before I actually go to bed this day, gotta make sure that they actually watered everything, because it's just the two. That, it looks like he did. So, let's go ahead and put this back up. And this, and we got, oops. Give me this. And this. Okay, so put that right there. Alright, everything's good. Let's go ahead and go to the next day then. Or at least back in 2000. Okay, we're still back in 2000. Not exactly where we want to be in terms of gold right now, but don't worry, we got pineapples growing, so like I said before, you don't have to too much worry about it right now if you follow that method I told you about in the horse races. Although you might have like some different ideas about how it goes. Oh, yes, the corn changed shape. This is actually pretty good. We might be in good shape right now, guys. But yeah, especially if you follow like those methods I told you about for the horse race. Like, even if you spent like a bunch of gold right now, you pretty much don't have to worry about it. Oh, wait a minute. The one thing I didn't check, the news. I forgot to check the news. Let me go back and look at the news real quick. Because if it's what I think it is, it's probably not a good thing. Let's see. Okay, it's sunny. So you don't have to worry about that. Like, I can't usually stress this enough, but please make sure you look at the news before you start off your day, because you really don't want to run into a typhoon and it just destroys all of your crops, especially these pineapples. These pineapples are worth so much, and it would be a shame if you just lost everything. So let's just go ahead and put those in there. It also might be the last few times that we'll have to worry about just getting a, put that in there. Okay, we'll take this. Oh yeah, the fish. Dadgum, I forgot about the fish. Actually, let's go ahead and check our calendar real quick. Make sure there's nothing coming up. Okay. Still pretty good. Cal Festival, fireworks. So, we don't too much have to worry about anything right now. We could just put this right here. And put that right there. I want to see, what is our fishing... Oh, okay, fishing pole. But yeah, like I was saying before about this fishing pole, you probably want to wait until you actually get your kitchen before you upgrade this, because nobody, at least I don't anyway, but nobody wants to kind of fool around with the fishing pole. Because the fishing pole takes a long time to actually upgrade, because you can't use it in the conventional way that you can use some of your weapons, because you can upgrade your digging tool because you go into the mines all the time, right? And if you're using it the way that it's intended to, for that purpose right there, then you don't have to worry about if... Oh, let me get this to you. But yeah, if you use a tool like how it's intended to be used, you don't have to worry about it getting upgraded like super slow. Just like what I was doing with the hammer. Because when I was using the hammer, I was going down in the mines, and every time I hit a rock with it, it gave me more experience points than normal. So that's why the hammer is like upgraded so fast. Same as the digging tool, because I have to dig to go down. So if you keep that in mind, then yeah. Now you can see why probably the fishing pole, I wouldn't say the sickle as much, but you don't have to actually use the sickle as much as you would the sweet potatoes. Not even duck and make. Oh, okay, good. They're our favorite dish at tea parties too. The ingredients are sweet potatoes, eggs, butter, and sugar. Boom. Mix these all in a pot and then bake in an oven. That's all there is to it. Really doesn't need anything else either. Try it when you get home. I think you'll like it, Boobum. Oh, I thought they said Budum. They say Boobum. That's actually pretty cute. Okay. Come here. Alright, so the grass has grown, so we can go ahead and cut that down right now. Now, when we actually do start to try to get like some of the gold stuff, we can start planting like a lot more grass near the barn, and then pretty much just set up our I guess our other stuff like the like an actual fence when we have wood. Let me see, what was I saying again? Oh yeah, the experience. Because we pretty much use the sickle at the end of each month. Not each month, but the end of each season. Like this. So, every time we use the sickle, especially how it's intended to be used, like, that's why this one's so much more higher than the fishing pole, even though we used the sickle only a few times. Because we used the sickle a few times, it's like, well, now you don't, oh, I forgot, my pockets are still full, let me put those back up. But yeah, when we only used the sickle a few times, we used it on what it was intended to be used on, so that's why it has more experience than the fishing pole. But I guess you could make the argument that if you just go out to the stream and just keep tossing the fishing pole in and out, it may not be so bad. And you know what? For the most part, that is true. If you do that, then you pretty much don't have to worry about it. It's just... nah. I don't know. It just usually takes a while to do. That's why I kind of just recommend that if you can, just do it on the... well, just do it inside of your house. And as soon as you do it inside of your house, just make sure you have like a bunch of food to restore your stamina. I would recommend you do this like during not summer. Do it in winter, especially like when there's a snowstorm. Because then when you just wake up and then you don't actually have anything else to do, you can pretty much just be taking care of the tools that you need to do. I would be doing it right now, but yeah, I actually don't have a kitchen. The best thing that you can probably make to keep all that stuff going would be, well, probably just tomato juice. But you should probably wait until you like get a bigger rack. No, that came out wrong. Not that. I mean a season rack. Because one of the kitchen tools that you get, because you'll get many of them, will be a seasoning tool. And you need that because you'll want to season some of your some of your dishes. So seasoning some of your dishes is actually a pretty big help. Because if you do that, then it increases how much stamina you get from it, and it lowers down your fatigue as well. Now, I don't think you can do it with all the dishes, or at least I don't know all the methods for doing it, but I can guarantee that that'll actually be very beneficial for you. Alright, the shelf you ordered is here. This will help you store a lot of things. Top quality too, delivered safe and sound. Alright, thank you. That's actually pretty good. Thank you very much for that. So now, we got this. So that means we can keep this safe with us. Not bad at all. Do we have anything here? No. Okay, the tomatoes grew back. Which also isn't bad because we actually do need a boost in our cash. How are we doing on cash? Nah. We could be doing better, but hey. Oh, get this out of the way. Now, for some of you guys that might be worried about the pineapples, don't worry. It's just that pineapples take like almost all season to grow. And I think you can only harvest them like twice in a season. So just keep that in mind. is you can't actually get... You can't harvest a lot of these things because they take like 5 days to grow. But, yeah, once they do grow, you do get them. Like, the payout for it is going to be a lot better than how you think it will be. So it definitely is a great thing to actually just, you know what, just do the tomatoes. Not the tomatoes, but just do the, just get the pineapples during spring and then just plant them when it's summer. Like, seriously, you won't regret that. You may think it's a waste, but trust me, it's not. You'll feel a lot happier when that happens. Also, I just noticed that we're kind of out of time right now. Well, for this episode anyway, but I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up my chores real quick. And then after that, then we'll close. Oh, okay, or maybe I can't, because I have too much stuff in my pocket. So let's just end the episode right here. Thanks for joining me on this. So we're actually doing pretty good on our farm. So we're just going to be grinding for the most part in the next episode. So nothing too much will change right there. So if you like what you saw, make sure you leave a like. Comment down below what kind of game you want me to play next, and I'll see if I can play it. I kind of have some more ideas for it, but I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say as well. And there's also another game that I actually want to try out as well. Or you could just tell me like how your day has been as well. So, with all that said, I'll see you then.